great Redeemer, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, bread of heaven, feed me now and evermore. Feed me now and evermore.
An honest man here lies at rest. The friend of man, the friend of truth, the friend of age, and guide of youth.
Your diet'll have to change. And you won't want these anymore. Come on.
What if we can't be there in body?
Feels so strange that he's not here.
Not that you knew him.
I did. He hired me.
When he came back for me.
What?
When he moved practices, he couldn't do without me.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, then you didn't really know him, did you? You know, if the tables were turned, if it was Mrs. Tembe who died, we would all be at that church.
Yeah, and who'd look after this place?
Howard would have stayed shut.
And what about the patients?
They'd have understood.
Mrs. Tempe's just trying to do the best by everyone.
Let us pay our respects.
She's right to keep this place open.
Say goodbye.
She's doing a great job.
No, Dr. Vere. Closure means closure. Now, if you'll excuse me, someone has to open up.
My sister's very fragile.
Have you been feeling sick?
You could say that.
Well, the good news is, as a first-time mum, we'll have up to 10 appointments together. Now, you could come here, or I could come to you.
I think coming here.
Well, that's fine. So at this first appointment, I'll talk to you about what to expect. You can ask me any questions you might have, and we'll go through your history. Any of the pregnancies you might have had, miscarriages, terminations.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, it's all quite normal. I'll also talk to you about your diet, antenatal screening, and I'll ask about any lifestyle factors you might have that might affect your health or the baby's health.
I really don't see...
Smoking, recreational drug use or alcohol.
I don't see that this is relevant. A baby's a baby, a fresh start.
And we want to give baby the best start possible.
By judging it before it's born?
By knowing if there are any specific risks.
Thank you. We'll let you know.
Well, I'm sorry?
We have other people to see.
Other people?
We're not just going to take the first person we come across. Come on.
Sorry.
Did you have to what?
I need to talk to somebody.
Then we should talk to a doctor.
It's a fantastic turnout. Rightly so. Leslie, welcome. Emma. We won't be long. We're just waiting for one pallbearer.
Oh, right.
Can I help?
I don't see how.
No, I've looked again. I'm afraid there's no record of a meeting.
But she said any time this morning. There must be a mistake.
Oh, no, I'm afraid there's no way Mrs. Tembe would have made a mistake. Mrs. Tembe doesn't make mistakes. Mrs. Tembe just wants the best for everybody, to keep the place going. She's doing a great job.
Well, is there any way that you can contact her?
No, there isn't. Can I ask what it's regarding?
I'd prefer to speak with her.
Well, then you'll have to come back.
When?
Well, I can't say that without speaking to Mrs. Tembe first.
But you can't contact her?
No.
This is ridiculous.
Howard Bellamy, our beloved practice manager, has dropped dead of an aneurysm, leaving us bereft, rudderless, at emotional sixes and sevens.
Yeah, I know.
And Mrs. Tembe is at the funeral.
The funeral is today?
Well, we don't expect people to understand.
No, it's not understanding. I didn't know. If I'd have known...
I love it, you know. New life, everything beginning, the purest form of medicine, you know, such a beautiful thing.
I'm glad you think so.
Right, well, we'll need to get you registered, and then you can come back and see us when you need to. But you should see a midwife.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Right, okay, well, we'll get you back inside if you...
I've got to go with her, actually.
I'm afraid she doesn't work here.
No, but I am a midwife. Here to see Mrs. Tembe about a job.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, this lady needs a midwife, and this lady is a midwife.
Dr. Veer?
You can use the nurse's room, actually. Would you, are you okay to... This way, if you just follow me. Thank you.
I can't do this.
We can hardly start without you.
You're going to have to.
Emma.
How are you feeling now?
I think it's past. Sorry for messing you around. Time is money and all that.
Don't worry. It's important that you find a midwife that you're comfortable with.
I feel very comfortable with you.
Good. Have you thought about where you might want to have the baby?
I was thinking I might like to have it at home. Home? You're staying at the hostel? Yeah, and why is that? We had a house, money, and you gave everything away.
And why was that?
Why was that?
You asked me before about drugs.
Pet.
I think it might be an idea if I talk to Pet on her own.
Fine. If that's what you want.
Please don't go. Please stay. We are gathered here today to honour and pay tribute to the life of Howard Bellamy and to express our love and admiration for him.
Where were you?
Traffic was terrible.
You were supposed to carry the coffin, for pity's sake.
I'm sorry.
What was it? Were you stuck behind a hearse?
There's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah, well, tell yourself that.
Fine, okay, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to carry the coffin. I don't want to be here.
Hooray! That's the first honest thing I've heard all day.
Even from yourself.
What?
You really going to blame me because you're not in the know?
You were late.
Yeah, you can't stand this misery anymore than I can. Have you heard of the nocebo effect?
What?
It's where just by telling the patient how severe the medication side effects could be, they start developing the symptoms more quickly.
Well, forgive me if I'm not in the mood for talking shop.
I'm just saying maybe we should try and accentuate the positive.
He's dead.
What about the good times you had?
Oh, you think I should be in there, don't you? Like I was with Sam, sitting in the front row.
Why aren't you?
Because they just want me to be Howard's grieving widow. And I'm not. Our lives together had barely started.
I can't go to a funeral without thinking about my mum's. Little chapel next to a castle. Worst day of my life.
How old were you?
8.
And you haven't had a worse day since?
Doesn't seem like it now.
This is you being positive.
Yeah, that's me trying.
Placebo effect on a load of old rubbish. Where did you hear that?
Can't remember.
So, exercise, yeah? and diet. Do you know what I do? Sometimes I run to work. And it's amazing how good it'll make you feel once you start changing the way you eat, and then... Yeah, well, bye now.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. I'll see you in a fortnight. Oh, the patient needed a midwife.
And that gives you the right to overrule me.
She was here to see Mrs. Tempe about working here.
Well, so she says, but Mrs. Tempe didn't mention it, did she? No, because she was too busy overruling me too. They'll be on to the formal police tribute by now.
Special Constable Howard Bellamy. He gave his life to service. To the men who fought for him, the people he protected as a police officer, and the patients he strove to do his best for.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make light of your mother's memory.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I bet you think I'm feeling sorry for myself, don't you?
I'd say you're probably entitled to.
Well, it's not just because he died.
No?
No. I've had all the sympathy I need for that. Not everyone knows, but we were going to have a baby. I lost it the same day I lost Howard.
Not just a special constable, but the best special constable I've had the pleasure of working with. Not just a special constable, but a special man. Special human being.
Why did you choose burial?
You think I should have donated his body to science?
Cremation?
With all that Brill cream, I don't think anyone would have got out alive. Cremation. That's what I did with him. The baby. But now... Now I wish I'd put him with Howard. They should be together. Go in.
It's good to cry. It's good to cry.
I don't want people to see me like this. Go in, Jimmy, please.
No. I'm not gonna go until you do.
It's important to get the timings right. So you're 10 weeks now. You stopped using 8 weeks ago when you confirmed the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Have you been referred to a treatment program?
No.
And are you taking methadone?
No.
So you've had 8 weeks of withdrawal, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you talk to a doctor about this?
No, because it isn't relevant.
But withdrawal can affect the baby too.
The baby can get sick.
Yeah. I'd like to refer you to a specialist midwife who works with drug users.
She's not a drug user.
Maybe they want to give you methadone.
Put her back on the drugs. What if the baby's born addicted?
Withdrawal in utero can be managed in hospital, but not outside. If you or the baby suffer severe withdrawals, it could lead to a miscarriage, pet.
After 8 weeks, wouldn't that already have happened if it was
Not
going
necessarily. I'd really like to refer you to a specialist midwife.
And if you go back on the drugs, I'm going home. It's been 8 weeks.
2 weeks.
What?
I stopped 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks?
And I told Joan and she said she'd come home.
You said you'd stopped.
No.
I'd never have come.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Pet, have you considered counselling?
For the drugs.
To discuss the pregnancy.
I'm not having an abortion if that's what you mean.
That's not what I meant. I just meant talk to someone.
I don't need anyone to talk to. I've got Joan. That's what she's here for. To stay and help bring up the baby. Tell her.
She's just saying you should talk to someone.
What?
There are some cases when abortion is an option.
No.
It's better than being born addicted.
It won't be.
You lied. You said you'd stopped. If having a baby is not going to change you, then don't have a baby.
You of all people.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're a missionary.
What difference does it make to you? You haven't been in the church for years.
No?
Pet.
Pet!
Patricia!
So how did that all go? What shall I tell Mrs. Tembe?
Just tell her I was here.
Right you are. Oh, I couldn't just have a look at your ID again, could I? You can't be too careful. I'll let her know.
You do that.
Bye.
I sat through a hymn and some Bible. That's all the church they're getting from me.
I know. It feels so wrong. Formal. Uptight.
Repressed. Cold. Humourless.
Pretty fitting send-off for Howie, then.
You know, if it was one of us, Howard being in now making a speech, he wouldn't be out here trying to get away from it.
So why are you still sitting out here?
Oh, told you, I've got my own issues.
You think he didn't?
He knew what he liked. He stuck to it. All this duty, the ritual. He'd have loved that.
Do you feel ready to come in? Dr. Carter is about to do his reading.
Can you just give me a second?
Of course.
Go on. Go on in. You'll regret it for the rest of your life if you don't. I do with my mum.
But you said about the chapel and...
That's how I pictured it. I didn't go. So I thought it was best if I didn't go.
Come on.
I'll see you in there.
Jimmy.
Mrs. Tembe. I'm as ready to go in now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Are you all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Some bad news. I've just been told that due to the cutbacks, this will be our last session here today. You will all be offered classes elsewhere, but not necessarily with me. I'm not sure where I'm going to be, really. So, let's get on with it.
An honest man here lies at rest. The friend of man. The friend of truth. The friend of age. And guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed. Few heads with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, He made the best of this.
How long have you been coming back?
Since the funeral.
Hardly original.
What was I supposed to say? Go to hell? What's it like in Africa?
HIV, prostitution, drugs. You don't allow drug use. You test the girls.
What if they're positive?
They have to leave.
What if they're addicts?
There are other centres. They can come back when they're clean.
And if they're pregnant? They can come back when they're clean. I thought you'd come to help.
I have.
But only if I do things your way.
It works.
Maybe, but I might lose my baby trying.
At least you would have tried.
Go home, Joan.
What?
I don't want your help.
You can't do this on your own.
I'm not going to.
Once, when I was drunk, Howard was...
Oh, no. Please, don't sully my memory of him.
No, it was me. He was the perfect gentleman.
Yeah, of course he was.
Pretended not to notice.
I'm sure he did.
Do you want to roll another fag?
Not really. They'll be out in a minute.
Valerie.
Look, I know this is hard for you. It's bad enough for me. You've known him far longer. Elvis. I didn't even know Howard liked Elvis.
Neither did I. Truth is, I hardly knew him. I mean, he was right there in front of me, but I was so busy not looking under the surface that I didn't see him. I found this. What should I do?
Phone her.
Your sister's going back to Africa.
Okay.
But I'm going to have the baby anyway, and I want you to be my midwife.
Oh, Pet.
You're not going to talk me out of it.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I'd love to be your midwife, but I can't. I'm being moved.
Moved where?
I don't know. Look, let me refer you to the specialist midwife. Pet, please. Let me refer you.
Hello. Oh, it's gone to voicemail. Oh, well.
No, try him again.
But the drug and alcohol team, they could see you tomorrow, and a midwife from the unit, she'd be in touch. Yes?
My sister's gone.
And you are going to be fine. Hey, you and your baby, okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I need to take this. You're going to be fine, okay? Okay, trust me. Hello?
Oh, yes, hello. Miss Hanif, this is Valerie Pittman from the Mill Health Centre. We met earlier.
Yes, I remember.
It seems that there has been an administrative mix-up. The message didn't get passed on.
By Mrs. Tembe?
Well, I wouldn't want to single anyone out. How would tomorrow at 2 suit?
Well, for what?
For coming in to meet her.
Yeah, all right.
Hello? Hello? Oh, she's hung up.
It's a bit rude.
God of mercy, Lord of life, you have made us in your image to reflect your truth and light. We give you thanks for Howard.
Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer.
Guide me, O thou great Redeemer, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, bread of heaven, feed me now and evermore. Feed me now and evermore.
You can't find a single person to sit with you when you give birth.
You should get off.
I am Mrs. Tenby. I've been looking forward to meeting you, Sister Hanif.
Right, because jumping on a boyfriend while she's pregnant's really going to calm her down, isn't it?
We'll intercept him before she even knows he's here. You know, Mrs. Tembe means well, but we may not have been clear about her remit.
Fine, well, we need to nip this in the bud before we get started.
Contestants from Edinburgh, York, Weston-super-Mare